Good morning and welcome to Leon County Today with Sheriff Walt McNeil. And Sheriff, a really great topic we've got here today. I'd say we're flying high today. Absolutely, Shonda. This is perhaps one of the most important things we do in terms of coordination and trying to track those persons who commit crimes in our community. And I'm so happy the way that we've taken the aviation unit and grown it over the last several years. The fact that now we have Tallahassee Police Department with us on the helicopter, where we got more eyes in the sky, you might say. And I love the coordination between the two agencies with respect to people who are fleeing in our community, not only with TPD, but the entire region. I mean, and we're going to hear some good stuff about our aviation unit here this morning, but the fact that we are there for the surrounding counties, and not only that, but we'll get into some discussions about how we help our community in other ways as well, in terms of our use with the City Electric Department and those efforts, just tremendous. And it's one of my favorite things to talk about, quite honestly, is the work that our aviation unit does. And we're trying to stand up another piece alongside it. We talked about the drones in one of our programs as well. Right. While that's not right now a fixture within our aviation unit, but I think they complement each other. Yeah, absolutely. So I'm looking and waiting to hear exactly how we make all this work, but excited for Leon County and excited for our staff. Yeah, I actually had an opportunity to go up with our guys a few years ago, and just really it's remarkable how, it used to be the eyes on the grounds we're trying to see, but it gives such another vantage point, and the infrared technology, it really goes to show you how technology has improved our crime fighting. Oh, absolutely. Lee Majors took me up and, he was showing off the helicopter, and he was telling me that, well, Sheriff, it'd be nice if we were about 3,000 miles away and we could look at the Capitol and see exactly what's going on. Yes, so I'm excited about our aviation unit, and I think we're going to hear some really good stuff here today from Lee Majors. All right, well, we're going to talk with him coming up in just a few minutes. So coming up, we do have those extra eyes in the sky. You can run, but you can't hide. We've got more from our aviation unit coming up after the break. But first, Deputy Shade McMillan has your Crime Tip Tuesday.
Hello everyone, this is Deputy Shade McMillan, your Public Information Officer for the Leon County Sheriff's Office, and here's today's Crime Tip Tuesday. While camping is an enjoyable activity, here are some tips to ensure your safety during a fun-filled weekend or adventurous week-long trip. Choose the right shelter in sight. Consider needs of campers and emergency resources. Stay up to date with the weather. Make sure to keep an eye out on the weather forecasts before your trip. Practice campfire safety. Fires within your campground site should be at least 15 feet from tent walls, shrubs, and trees. Watch out for wildlife. Storing your food in a car, a bear-safe container, or food storage locker can prevent attracting unwanted wildlife. Have fun out there.
Here's to the things that can keep us safe. Those we use all the time with hardly a thought. Those that are silently standing by to save our lives. And now, those that we carry with us everywhere we go. Many mobile devices will now bring you wireless emergency alerts, real-time information directly from local sources you know and trust. With the unique sound and vibration, you'll be in the know, wherever you are.
I'm Andrew Saul, Commissioner of Social Security. Beware of telephone scammers pretending to be government employees. Real Social Security employees will never threaten you. Callers threatening you with arrest or other legal action and demanding money are not from us. If you receive a call like this, hang up, do not provide them with any form of payment or information. Report the call at oig.ssa.gov.
In times of stress, such as quarantine, what goes on behind closed doors can be terrifying, but you don't have to suffer in silence. Help is here. Love is not controlling. Love is not frightening. And love is not violent. Love is respect. If you need assistance or just want to talk, we are here. Contact the Domestic Abuse Hotline at 800-500-1119 to speak to someone in your area. For more information, visit thedvcc.org.
Joining me now is Captain Lee Majors, leading our aviation team Captain Majors, let's talk a little bit about the resources we utilize in our aviation unit to help fight crime.
Absolutely, and a lot of people don't know what resources we have and what we use there. So just a little history on that. The aviation unit at the Sheriff's Office has been in existence since 1974. Sheriff Hamlin started that, and at that time we were the only asset in all of North Florida. Jacksonville was the next closest law enforcement helicopter, and have been in operation since then. But I will say that in the last 7 years or so, 8 years, we've really made some strides in the equipment we have on board and the aircraft themselves in general. So, Sheriff's Office operates 3 helicopters, two older Bell Jet Rangers, and just recently, through your efforts and our command staff and the county commission, we're able to replace the oldest aircraft that was 50 years old with a brand new aircraft.
Yeah, let's not forget the county commission. They actually helped us there.
Absolutely, they did. And what that has allowed us to do now, it's quieter. Thanks to the equipment on board, we can fly higher at night when we're working and be more neighborly or whatnot. So that's the aircraft portion of that. So the other thing is the equipment that's on the aircraft. So from our daylight cameras to our thermal imagers to our night vision to our microwave downlink to our communications gear that's on there, everything we have on the aircraft is top notch. Nobody has anything any better than what we have today in most cases. And you've seen how some of that equipment works.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
And like the upgraded camera equipment, again, lets us operate higher at night, where we're not having complaints.
Not 300,000 miles.
Not 300,000 miles, no, not quite there, but nonetheless does that. The communications gear on the aircraft, each of our aircraft, they are the single most resource-intensive thing we have for communication in the agency. So as part of that, we can talk to all the surrounding agencies, all the fire departments, police departments, anything mutual aid-wise, national, state, local. It's already in there, pre-programmed, ready to go on a moment's notice when you send us to take care of something like that.
Yeah, Major, talk about the law enforcement application of the asset. Exactly how does that help the deputies and the police officers in the field?
Sure. So we know from the military that having the high ground gives us the advantage in any fight or in any search or whatnot, and that's exactly what it gives us there. So from our vantage point, we can see much more than people on the ground can. We like to say the helicopter's a force multiplier. So it may take 10 officers or deputies in a car to cover an area. We can cover it immediately once we get there. And then you add to that the technology that we have on board. And the big piece of what I didn't talk about as far as assets are the people that we have in the aircraft. So, we can have all the equipment in the world, but until you put the right guys in there to do that job, they're the ones that get the job done. And I can't say enough about my team and the job that they do. Yeah,
let's talk about the addition of TPD as a part of our aviation unit in terms of the number of people now we have.
Right. So the aviation unit, with all of our part-time assets and our reserve assets and the city guys, I've got 10 people that work out there between the mechanics and all of the officers. 2 of those right now are Tallahassee police officers that are now assigned to us full-time as tactical flight officers. And like you talked about, one of the things I'd hoped to come out of that program was the increased communication between the agencies on the street level. And we certainly see that from them. And the things coming out of that program are tremendous as far as the captures that we're getting and the things that we're able to do across the aisle there.
Yeah, now one of the things, I know we fight crime, and we'll get back to fighting crime, but let's talk about the asset and how it's used with the City of Tallahassee Electric Department.
Right. So, again, a lot of people don't see what we do, don't do what we do, so there's some things we do that are a little bit outside of the law enforcement part of that. And one of those is with the City Electric Department. So we go up and take thermal video of the electric substations, and the city has them all over the county and has transmission lines all the way from the coast to the Georgia state line. And we look at these and we can detect faults or potential faults in these electric structures and lines and transformers and tell the city about these, and they can fix them before the power ever goes out, saving us an outage and potentially a lot of money for repairs that they can do when they're relatively small. One of the other things that's a great use of the asset is working with mosquito control.
Yes, I forgot about that one. Yeah.
So up here in North Florida, our mosquito control is kind of seasonal. It's not like South Florida where you couldn't live if you didn't have it. So it didn't make sense, and actually that's one of the things the unit was started on years ago. It didn't make sense for mosquito control to own aircraft and pay for insurance and pay for pilots when we had all that. So during mosquito season here, we take their gear, put it on the aircraft, and our pilots are licensed agricultural applicators, and we go out and do the mosquito control in the swampy areas.
Well, Lee, just real quickly, in about 30 seconds, how effective are we in terms of just fighting crime? Just a general statement about the effectiveness of our aircraft.
Very much so, and you hear it all the time on the radio and see it. You know, there's a certain segment of what we do that we wouldn't be able to do without the aircraft. And because of our vantage point and the equipment we have, we can do it much safer for our people on the ground, much safer for the citizens, and affect those arrests of the really bad people that we need to put in jail.
Captain Majors, thank you so much for all the work you do and your team. Up next, details on how you're helping kick off a safe summer with a fun event this weekend. Stay tuned.
Some things in your medicine cabinet are more dangerous than others. When it comes to prescription drugs, opioid pain medicines can be addictive and even deadly. Half the people who misuse prescription pain medicines get them from a friend or family member. Be part of the solution. Go through your medicine cabinets, drawers, anywhere you keep unused opioid pills, patches, or syrups. Find out how to dispose of them safely. Visit fda.gov/drug disposal.
I've been driving a truck for 40 years now. If people knew what I know, lives could be saved. Like the trucks can't stop quickly. It takes my 80,000-pound truck 200 yards to come to a complete stop. So I always do my best to give a lot of cushion. It helps when other drivers realize that and do the same. Please give trucks the space we need so we can all stay safe. It's our roads, it's our safety.
Mr. Rogers said, look for the helpers. You can always find people who are helping. Thank you to all the first responders who put their lives in danger to help us when my brothers and sisters need them. We look out for the helpers because they look out for us. Thank you, first responders! Thank you, first responders! Love you! Mwah.
Be safe, look after yourself, and look after one another.
We're back with Felicia Green, coordinator for the Safe Kids Big Bend, our partner for our big event we have planned for this weekend, along with Mothers Against Drunk Driving. Felicia, tell us, what's the purpose of this event this weekend?
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome.
The Safe Summer Leon is an opportunity for agencies and organizations here in Leon County to come together collectively and educate our community, spread awareness about injury prevention, how to prevent unintentional injuries. So we know that kids are anxious to get out of school for the summer, and we want to use this time to practice safety and to educate them and inform them on how to do this all the time, whether they're at school, whether they're at work, at home, at play, and on the way.
So what type of activities are we talking about for these kids, and what's the age range? Is it 20 to cradle, or?
It's all age groups.
Okay.
Because we want to target all children, all families. And so the kind of activities we have, it's a laundry list of activities, but we have activities that focus on pedestrian safety. We have activities that focus on fire safety, traffic safety. We have a photo opportunity with McGruff, the criminal dog. We also have live music. We have food truck vendors. We have free giveaways. We have the first 100 who walk through that gate will get a t-shirt, free t-shirt. So we have a lot of fun activities, and the goal is to, yes, educate, but we also want to make sure that we're having fun while we're doing it. So we think this is going to be a great opportunity to educate our kids, get into the community, and have fun the entire time.
Now, as I understand it, the event this weekend for kids is a summer focus. The event is free, so they can get in the event free, but there's an expectation. We're trying to raise some monies for a good cause. Can you talk about that cause?
Absolutely. We are trying to raise or get individuals to bring items, safe summer items. And so Whole Child Leon will be out at the event for a donation drive. And so we're looking for safe summer items like bug spray, sunscreen, sun hats, umbrellas, anything you can think of for entry.
Yeah, one of the things I'm always concerned about, Felicia, is the summer gets here and kids are out, and most of the time they get in their cars for the first time drivers. And I understand you've got Mothers Against Drunk Driving there. So can you talk about what will Mothers Against Drunk Drivers talk about there at the event?
Absolutely. We're excited to partner with Mothers Against Drunk Driving, and one of the activities that they will have is a garden. They will have a garden center for children to participate in, and this will recognize those who were lost in a drunk driving incident. So we have a lot of different activities that can capture all age groups, but yeah, Mothers Against Driving will be there for sure.
Now, are there other partners that you've got for the event that's coming up this weekend?
Absolutely. We have great partners, and we're so excited about the support. For the event, we have Tallahassee Fire Department, we have Tallahassee Police Department, EMS, Consolidated Dispatch Agency, of course MAD, of course you guys, Leon County Sheriff's Office, and you'll have your specialty teams, your K-9s and SWAT teams. So we have a great list of partners who will be there in the place.
So it sounds like we're going to have a great event. The people who come will have an opportunity to get inside those vehicles, kind of play with, get demonstrations from police and fire. Sounds like a great event. Now, is this going to be a one-time event, or is this now going to be an annual summer event?
We are looking to have this as an annual summer event. We want to start this kickoff and have a great time and just continue to do this for the years to come, because safety is always an area that we want to focus on with kids. Unintentional injuries are the leading cause of death for children 0 to 19 years of age. So we definitely want to continue to use the platform, use every way that we can to reach our community, reach our kids, and educate and inform. So absolutely, you'll see us again.
All right. Well, thank you, Felicia. Appreciate the work you all are doing, particularly reaching out this summer to have those interdictions or involvement with our youth of our community. Safe Summer Leon is happening this Saturday at 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Leon County Fairgrounds. We hope you will join us. Just ahead, did you know we have a livestock unit? We'll tell you about it in our Deputy on Duty. Stay tuned.
Before you throw away those unused medicines,
those pills for your back pain or migraines,
just think for a minute. When you throw them in the trash, they can become lethal in the wrong hands.
There are better ways to dispose of your unused meds.
There are lots of police stations, local pharmacies, and hospitals that are approved to take in unused meds
and dispose of them safely, so they don't end up in the wrong hands. Our hands.
To find a medicine disposal site near you, visit www.safe.pharmacy.
What do you think you're doing, Kevin?
Was just gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
Like hearing voices?
Like your text-to-emoji ratio?
Oh man, the selfies.
Selfie, nailed it. We all have warning signs that let us know that we're probably not okay to drive. Mine is pretending to be your subconscious.
Craig, come on man, let's split a ride home.
Every year, the Salvation Army serves nearly 30 million people in need. That's one person every second. So by the time you've finished watching this, 30 more lives will have been changed for good. All thanks to your donations.
Thank you.
Give today.
I'm Mike Wallace, and I am the sergeant over the training unit.
And I'm Deputy Paul Pacioli, and my current assignment is school resource. I'm school resource deputy at Swift Creek.
Deputy Pacioli and I are both members of our livestock unit. We are at an undisclosed location where we house livestock or animals that we have to either impound or we bring them in because they need to be rescued in some type of way.
We handle any livestock in the county. It is by statute and I think by Constitution, Florida Constitution, the sheriff or his or her designee is responsible for any livestock that is running at large in the county. So we are a unit in the event that somebody's horse gets out, cow, pig, or goat, or whatever, livestock related, and we cannot find the owner, we bring them back to this location until we can locate that owner, or If we don't locate an owner, then we have a procedure we follow for auctioning them off, or so to speak. So our main goal is, if we have a animal that's out, is getting them back to their owner. That is primary goal.
We're one of those units that we do a lot. It's not a primary job. It can be at some point in time. It feels like it is. A lot of times we're doing our primary jobs and we end up with a little baby calf out that we need to go rescue, and we load up and hook trailers up and go and take care of that, and then we get back to our normal duties.
We are always trying, especially with you in the training unit.
Yes.
Training is a number one big key.
Training is our number one key for everything we do at the sheriff's office. We want to make sure that our deputies have top-notch training, and this is no different. We want, if we have to come out and deal with livestock, we want to be able to do it in a scientific manner, do it in a way that's in accordance with all of our agency policies and procedures, and of course make sure that we take care of, I know for us, I grew up owning livestock. That's part of the family. We actually, when I think about it, our livestock was probably treated a little bit better than we were as kids.
The sheriff's office has a livestock animal flex list. It is basically a running list that we have of people in the county that have livestock. It is not for us to spy on. It is in the event that an animal or a horse gets out in a certain area, we know that it may belong to these people.
We have some very what I would consider to be exotic animals. We have some alpaca in the area. We've dealt with llamas and things of that nature. But what it does is it allows you, the animal owner, particularly livestock, mostly put on, if you go onto our Leon County Sheriff's Office website, and you can visit the Animal Flex, and it allows you to fill out the form, choose the type of animal, the number of animals, where you live, and describe your breeds and colors. It helps us when at night during the storm, when deputies are out trying to figure out whose bull is out walking down Terrace Crossroad, which has happened to us. So it does help us, but it also helps you, the animal owner, of us actually being able to come out and return your animals to you safely. If you have any questions, you can call us at 850-606-3300 and get in touch with. You can just ask for myself or Deputy Pacioli or one of the other livestock deputies, and we'd be glad to come out. If you just want us to come out and take a look at your farm, take a look at your place, and make sure that it's safe and that you have good fencing and whatnot, I'm still available to come out, and our crime prevention deputies are as well, to come out, take a look at your farm, and make sure that your farms are safe and secure. And we're serving Leon County because we are all in with you to make sure that your animals are safe and that you are good animal owners.
Right.
In the Army National Guard, family means everything.
Our parents, they were really supportive that all 5 of us would join. I got my education because of the Guard. I got to travel a little bit and experience a whole different culture. It helped me get my job, helped me pay for my house. Being part-time really helped because I could have some opportunities that were still in education.
Serving part-time in the Army National Guard instills pride that you and your family will share. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more about part-time service.
Natural disasters are a fact of life in the U.S. And between activities and school, chances are you won't be with your kids when they happen. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids can help your children feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
Why? Why do we ignore the things that give us pause, that seem out of place, that don't feel right? The answer to why defines who we are. So if you see something, why do you say something?
I see safe for my friends.
For my community.
For my family.
For each other. Because all of this matters. We all have something worth protecting. So why do you see safe? Report suspicious activity to local authorities. If you see something, say something.
Come on! Go, Diane! Yeah, keep it going! Yeah! Go, honey!
If you love them enough to drive an hour to cheer them on as they get beat 11-0 in the rain, then surely you'll check NHTSA.gov/the-right seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.
Throw that ball, Diane. Woo! You got this.
1 in 3 women will be victims of sexual violence in their lifetime.
So will 1 in every 4 men.
But we can all help in the fight against sex crimes.
Don't look the other way. If you see something, say something.
And don't blame the victim.
No means no. Parents, be vigilant. Know who lives in your neighborhood.
And if you are a victim, please get help.
Let's be all in.
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 To stop sexual violence.
Mr. Rogers said, look for the helpers. You can always find people who are helping. Thank you to all the first responders who put their lives in danger to help us when my brothers and sisters need them. We look out for the helpers because they look out for us. Thank you, first responders! Thank you, first responders! Love you! Mwah.
Be safe, look after yourself, and look after one another.
Welcome back to Leon County Today with Sheriff Walt McNeil. And Sheriff, I am super excited about our Safe Summer Leon event with Mothers Against Drunk Driving and Safe Kids Big Bend. You know, this is one of those opportunities where families can come out, see all of the first responders in our community, and really get a glimpse into what they do on a day-to-day basis. And there's a safety message.
Yeah, I don't know a better way of doing a safety message than having all those law enforcement agencies there with their kids. And it takes it away from the parent having to really try to figure out, how do I get a message to my child about safety, about driving, about where to go and where not to go, how to get home at night, the things we do at our 9 o'clock time to lock up. So we're going to have all those things in one place at the fairgrounds for the entire family. And they're going to have some good treats there as well, and an opportunity to make donations too to some of the organizations in our community that need support. And so I'm hopeful that we get a lot of citizens out there supporting us in this event. And it's all about trying to keep our community safe and keep our kids safe.
Yeah, it really is. And we'll be there rain or shine. And as you mentioned, all of those items that people bring as a part of the donation drive are going to go to kids in our community who are less fortunate, to make sure they have a safe summer as well. It really does drive home our message of being all in.
Yeah, we certainly have in our community too many kids that live at or below the poverty level. Mm-hmm. So please come and bring those donations.
Safe Summer Leon is happening this Saturday at the Leon County Fairgrounds, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Be sure to join us. Admission is free, but you can bring a donation item from our donation list and go to our Facebook page to find out more information. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Have a wonderful day.